think we're in a very good space at this moment in time, both on and off the field. Of the 12 Tier 1 nations, and we have discussions with each other, we are the only one that is actually going to show a bit of a profit. So it is going well, but again, it is a system, and the system must work. If the Springbok team and the national teams do not perform, we will not find commercial money. If we don't have commercial money, we can't feed the system again from the bottom to ensure that the players keep on coming through the system. So the majority of our funds go back to our unions in any case, so to feed the system. So we are in a good space. We are probably in the best space we've been since COVID, and we are very fortunate that we are in a stable position at this moment in time.
For us as SA Rugby, to keep on creating financial stability for us, we have to start looking at taking our brand wider than just South Africa. And we know about the support that we have in London, for example, and you all saw when we played there the massive South African support we have. America is a very important market for us in the run-up to 31 World Cup, as you said. We want to establish ourselves there as a team that is known to the majority of the Americans that will support the game. Nike, as our sponsor, see it as important for us as well to establish the brand there. The Springboks are the only team that's sponsored by Nike, so it is important that we work on that relationship. Coca-Cola, as an international sponsor, are also keen for us to move there. So yes, it definitely played a role with our eye on 31, and plus the World Rugby's vision of expanding the game in America. They actually encourage us to try to take some of our matches into America in the run-up to the World Cup. So it's a combination of the two. Yes, for us it is to take our brand into America, but then also to support World Rugby on their whole investment